And we're live. Hello and welcome to Dungeon Crawling. We are now dungeon crawling. Curse of Strahd, Friendship is Magic. I am your DM Mondo, and with us is Cleve,
What's happening, everybody?
Crad,
Hi there.
Gilmore,
Gilmore.
Hi, friends.
Cat,
Hello.
and Vinyl.
Hi.
Oh man, yeah. So we're back for more Curse of Strahd. This is like season 2. Friendship is Magic. And I was gonna give you guys how many Taroka inspiration cards did you guys have in the other game? Does anyone remember?
You gave us them, didn't you?
7.
Couldn't have been 7. You can't have more than 5.
I had one. I think because you gave the two people that tried to stop things too, and everybody else won.
Okay.
And then I don't know how many. Like I was exhausted on mine. So
I had 4 total.
Last time I checked, I had 3.
I had 2.
I'm pretty sure I just had the one you gave us at the end of the session.
All right. So 1 to Gilmore and Cleve. 4 to Conrad. Vinyl, how many did you have?
When I was in there, it said 3.
Okay. And Kat, you had
2.
2. Okay. All right, awesome. So, the lesson I learned was that you guys should have known each other from the get-go. Probably would have helped.
Barovia is hard on new friendships.
Yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
I mean, the lesson I took from that was that players are awful.
That was also a lesson, yes. But so now you guys are friends. So who wants to tell us about your new character first? Who wants to start with your season 2 character, or should I just go down the line?
I'll go.
All right, cool.
Damien is that one right there. He is a Divine Soul Sorcerer, Protector Aasimar. He is on a sort of pilgrimage right now, traveling with these very friendly, nice people that he's met up with on the road. And he's trying to spread his faith. And we'll see how that goes in Barovia, of all places.
Yeah.
What is his face?
He is part of the Celte, and his particular deity is Belanius. Hold up, I got rid of that tab that had his Belanus, the sun god, the fair shining one. He's a pretty chill dude, in charge of I think light and like agriculture and all that good stuff. Oh, and the wheel and horses.
Valuable.
Cool.
I'll go. Sash
Sure.
is a pretty chill chick. She grew up basically moving all around everywhere. Her kept her behind him on the horse until she was big enough to get on a horse herself, and he got old and arthritic and stopped moving, and she set him up somewhere nice, but couldn't quite settle down herself yet, so she just started and collecting strays, which is something she likes to do. So she found a little halfling guy stowed away. It was like took responsibility for keeping him safe, and then sort of met up with Thomas, and it's like, well, better tag along with this guy. That seems interesting, and then just has sort of been hanging out now still because, she likes to. She's like a sheepdog. She likes to keep everybody together, keep everybody safe, make sure everybody's all good, and relax.
Cool.
She is a half-orc fighter.
Go.
Sure.
So Thomas is a kind of wandering anthropologist, studied at his master, who's since passed on, and kind of left some of his knowledge that his master had gone through and discovered, including an old order of Kensei monks that kind of just wandered the land, keeping order. So he wanders looking for new interesting things. Started in the caravan just probably as a way to travel along easily. And as soon as Persimmon showed up, then got very interested in this little fairy slash pixie slash whatever, and probably is pestering him with questions all the time.
Awesome. We are down to Percy and Finnan. Final, tell us about Finnan. We'll save Percy for last because he's
the specialist one.
sort of.
So, Finnan, he was just, it's tough being a halfling on the streets. Not much for you to do. And you get kind of bored. So, you just end up, reaching into pockets, seeing what's in there. That's kind of a game all the little kids play, is that they'll see who can get the most stuff, and for whoever's playing, if you get the most stuff, then you get everybody else's stuff. And
Right.
so he wasn't always the best at it, but when he started getting really good, that's when like people started to notice. And then pretty soon, like the guards had an image of him, and then they were looking out, and so he just decided to curl up in a sack one day, hiding from the guards. Didn't realize he got picked up and thrown on a caravan, and then the wind took him, and an adventure happened, I guess. So that's kind of what I got.
All right, cool. All right,
But yeah, I don't know if you're trolling or not, but yeah,
Percy.
All right, last and definitely least, Persimmon Brambleleaf was a fairy ranger. His little fairy conclave or whatever. He was a little too mischievous and curious by fairy standards, so the elders of his village were like, hey, you know what's a really good job for you is going away from the village.
Aw.
And he sort of, wandered the forest around his village for a while, because that's what he was supposed to do, keeping an eye out for threats, whatnots, and,
Sure.
Encountered some of the big folk, and, got just really fascinated by them and all their strange and curious ways. And, just sort of, met these really cool people who were traveling in this caravan. They camped out kind of at the edge of the woods. Started hanging out with them and decided when they moved on, he was going to go with them to see the world.
Awesome. So he will be seeing the world.
Maybe.
He might be seeing the world. All of my screens are mad at me. So you guys are all together then. That's cool. And you all know each other. That's also gonna be cool.
Yep,
Best part of all is we all tolerate each other.
Mm-hmm.
more than that, we're part of the best friends gang
Hey, do we have badges?
and a secret handshake.
The secret handshake is just that Percy like tugs on your pink.
Cool. Okay. All right, so I lost some of my prep time trying to fix Roll20. So we're just going to go with like one of the standard adventure hooks.
Sounds perfect.
Yeah. So you guys are in the town of Cliffspring in Weldon, in Antonine. Like I said, where you guys are coming from Antonine this time around. Not that it really matters where you're coming from. All that matters is where you're going to. What do you think you guys would be doing in Cliffspring? Are you guys still doing caravan stuff, or are you just like
And maybe like gathering supplies for the next run to wherever some interesting stories might be found.
Sure.
I'm probably just bothering people with questions about their mundane activity.
I'm just walking around with Finnan, just making like not mothering you. You do whatever you want, but like just making sure he doesn't steal from like a guard or something.
Do you think I'm a bit like an actual child?
No.
Like
You're just short. You're just short, and you needed some help, and now I'm helping you. All right.
Look,
So I can't help these instincts.
I'm not gonna get into trouble. All right.
Yeah.
You know,
But
those days are behind me.
you can do whatever you want. I'm not. You obvious. It's fun. I get it. I'm just gonna be nearby.
He takes out a pouch of food and just is like, no, it sounds like you don't trust me.
No. I trust you. I just don't trust that the people that you might steal from will.
Oh, you should try this.
enjoy
This
the
is really
experience.
good.
What is it?
It's like some granola I lifted off the last shipment.
Yeah, you see what I mean? I'm just, I don't like you do like I'm saying, you do what you want, but I just want to be there in case something goes wrong. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Damien would be going house to house, knocking on their door and saying to them, "Hello, I understand that you have a local temple to Odin from the Aesir pantheon, and that's all well and good. But have you heard of the glorious light and son of Belenus, the Celtae god of sunlight and warmth?" And whenever they slam their door on me, which they probably do a lot of the time, just keep going.
I don't know. Cliffspring is pretty close to Lothry, and they would have the Celtae gods as one of their pantheons.
Yeah.
Lothry, I thought that's like the island chain way down south, isn't it?
It's not way down south, but like this is a trading port. Like this is where we go when we're on our way to Lothry, because of this port is closer to the ports of Lothry than.
Yeah. The Weldon on the whole is mostly Celtae, but yeah, Cliffspring does have a very strong Aesir presence, and with the Temple of Odin and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I mean, yeah, people are definitely slamming doors. Maybe not slamming doors. They're just like, no, thank you. We have a god, but it was nice talking to you. Okay, get foot out of the door, please.
Is this during the same time as our other wacky shenanigans are going on?
Yeah, at some point. I'm not sure during which shenanigans, but
Here.
You guys have been here and gone definitely by now. Your other One of the houses you go to, like the people are very upset. They're just crying and they're just like, you say you're, he's a god of the sun.
Oh, yes. And of light and warmth and happiness, when need be. And it looks like you might need it. What troubles you?
Our children have gone missing.
Oh, no. Have you alerted the local guards?
We have and apparently they went out searching and they were all slaughtered.
He's a little bit shocked and dismayed as well. So it'd be like, who's in here right now? Like, who is it? Or is it like the parents? Or is it like a
Yeah.
whole family that's all in grieving? Or what's going on?
It's like yeah, it's a couple of parents. Like the guy seems kind of like he's an older guy, but he seems kind of strong. Probably like one of the shipbuilders. And his wife, she looks like she might be a shipbuilder as well. She also looks pretty strong. She's got a couple of splinters in her fingers as well. They look like shipbuilding folk.
Mm-hmm. Hardy.
Yep.
Well, I can ask about it if I what. Do you know what happened? I know this is very personal, but I would like to help. I have powers that can assist in tracking down who is responsible. What was known so far?
They were on a field trip with the school, um, learning about some of the different plants that grow in the area, and all they never came home. So we went out to look for them, all of the parents, and we found a couple of the teachers and priests of Odin were dead, and the children were nowhere to be found. So we came back and we alerted the constable, and he sent the town guards out to look for them. They didn't return either, and the next morning they were found. They had all been slaughtered. The constable has, I think he has a theory, but he won't share it with us. He's called for some help, but any help coming from the capital is it's going to take some time to get here, and we're so worried about them.
Well, I understand. I will speak with the constable and see what I can do. Thank you for sharing this information with me. I know this is very, very saddening.
If we'll surely we'll surely follow any god that saves our precious babbies.
Well, that's not that's not what's on my mind right now. What's important is that we find closure, and I aim to assist you in that. I'll in fact try and go speak with him now, if it's a him. The constable man. Or woman.
Let's see. Let's randomly decide. It's a her. Sheila Dunwhipple. She's the constable of Cliffspring.
Well, I'll go speak with Sheila and see what needs to be done.
I've come up with worse names.
Sure. Sounds like a halfling name to me.
It does, doesn't it?
Alright. I shan't return until we determine what... I won't return until we have a full picture of what occurred. Thank you for your time, and I'll bow to them and see my way out.
Thank you.
And he thinks, man, this is my first like real thing on the road. It's been either just people being like, "Hey, go away," or like just being polite and listening to him and then saying no thank. This is a serious situation right here. Got probably assembled a crew for this. But so we'll go find whoever we can from our party, and then be like, "Hey, uh, give him the skinny," and then be like, "We should speak to this Constable Dunwhipple, see what needs to be done, how we can assist them."
Ah, Sheila! She's lovely. Yeah, let's go talk to her.
You met her already?
I mean, I've been through this town before.
Oh,
She can drink you under the table. It's pretty impressive.
well, I only ever tried the local wine from our priory. We'll see what maybe after all of this is done. Yes. Let's go speak to her.
Sure.
You'll find Percy harassing a poor blacksmith, asking why he's hitting the metal with the hammer. All other
Percy.
manner of question. Does the beard help you make the dagger sharper?
Percy,
Yeah.
we're pissing off. Come on.
Yes, please, please. Take him. It was nice speaking with you, young sir. Little sir.
Towley, I owe you a drink.
As they fly away, I call back to the blacksmith. Thank you. Have fun.
Thank you. Yes. Damn fairies.
We all go find Sheila.
Where's Thomas at? What's he up to?
And I was following him.
My push to talk had issues. Sorry. He's
Thomas,
probably.
the other one.
Yeah. Thomas is probably somewhere buying some maps from wherever we're going to be going. Just like random little like farmer maps, other things off the back.
We should go find him.
Yeah.
Sorry, did you not hear anything I just said?
Oh,
I heard you were buying maps.
Okay,
Yeah.
that was it. Yep. It'd probably be pretty easy to find. I mean, staying around the caravan after that.
Yeah, so you guys find him like easily enough. Yep.
What are you all doing? It's not time to leave yet.
No, but there is trouble afoot, and I believe the local guards need. Children have been kidnapped. We're not sure about their fate. However, those sent out already to search for them have not returned. And the local constable is who we need to speak to learn more about this.
Well, I'm sure we can spare a day or two. I'm sure it won't take more than that.
We get going over there.
Okay.
We'll be back before Christmas.
That's right.
Nothing will go wrong here.
No, nothing can go wrong. Yeah, so the constable's office is like a it's like a small stone building. There are a couple of guards, like, you know, hanging out outside, just kind of keeping an eye on the street. They look a little like, you know, they look a little stressed out. You know, there's a small barracks connected to it. There's the small little local jail. And, yeah, the guards see you and they're just like, Yeah, can I help you?
Yes, we're here to speak with Constable Dunwhipple. It's about the disappearances of the children. He says that in a hushed tone.
Oh, all right. Yeah, go on in. She's at the desk. Um, just be careful. She's a little stressed out at the moment.
Thank you. Head on inside.
Yeah, you go inside and she's you see her. She's a fine looking woman. She's got her hair up like um, behind her head there, but she does look very stressed out, and she also looks at least a little drunk, and she's going over some papers. She looks up and she's just like, "Yeah, how can I help you? You have a
Sheila.
problem?" Oh,
No. What's up?
there's a lot going on. It's we've definitely got some trouble here, and the help is slow arriving.
What do you think we've arrived here for?
I don't know, Sash. I've got a bad feeling about this one. It's can I trust you and your friends not to go spreading tales? I don't want to call them rumors. I'm pretty sure they're not.
Oh, come on, Sash. You know me. You don't even have to ask that. What's going on?
I hide the book that I'm writing in.
I think we're dealing with dealing with werewolves.
Werewolves? There was a werewolf in my forest once. It was mean.
Yeah, they're definitely mean.
Well, what makes you think that? Maybe the kids just ran off somewhere to get drunk and explore each other, you know?
No, the adults they were with were all torn apart and slaughtered. The the guards we sent out to try to find out what happened, same. And there was some evidence of one of our trackers found wolf prints that suddenly disappeared into bare human footprints, or I mean, I don't want to be racist. They might not have been human. I can't say, but
Correct term is humanoid.
humanoid footprints. Then, thank you. A prisoner we're currently holding in the drunk tank overheard us talking about the situation, and he claimed to have some further information, which kind of verifies it. I mean, I can't tell if he's just drunk or.
What did he say?
He said that they are werewolves. They come from the same land he comes from.
Where does he come from?
He said Barovia. I've never heard of it.
Oh, I've never heard of that either.
Sounds
Neither have I.
Is it very far away?
I'll let you, if you'd like. I could let you talk to him. I mean, I don't know whether or not to believe him, or if he's just again just the ramblings of a drunk. But I mean, I've He's not a local, whoever he is.
Well, look, why don't you four go talk? I'll stay here with Sheila. I can help do some of the admin stuff. Take a load off for you for a couple hours, maybe. A couple minutes. I don't know. You need something ferried around? What can I do?
I'd appreciate that. Sure. Yeah, if you can roll these, I'm trying to send for help from some of the local communities. I've sent word to Sayre, but yeah, I just need to. If you want to help me roll these scrolls so that we can get them on some ravens and send them out, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, done. Don't worry about it. I sit down. You four go talk to that guy. I'm gonna sit here, help Sheila out a little bit.
She gestures towards like where they have the cells.
Thomas immediately goes that direction.
As we're leaving, I say loud enough to be overheard. I think she's been drinking. It's not even noon yet.
When do your people start drinking?
All the time, but the big folk don't start drinking till later.
Well, it depends which big folk you're talking about. I mean, Sasha's people, they do all the time, too.
You've never heard me say Sasha. It's only a sash.
Oh. Sash.
Sash.
Sash, okay. Sash's people do as well.
I don't think it prudent that Sheila mix what should occur after work with what she's doing currently, though.
So long as she gets it done.
Let's hope she does. Let's speak to this man now, though.
Absolutely. From Barovia.
Yeah, so you guys head into where the cells are at. And I mean, they're simple cells. They're not very hard to get out of. I mean, it's mostly used for drunks and stuff. They do have manacles that they'll use if like someone particularly dangerous happens to get themselves arrested. But yeah, you see a strange looking older man. He's got colorful garb on, like patchwork garb. He seems very colorful and very, very strange. And he's just kind of sitting there on a bunk, just casually just like looking down at his fingernails.
Hey, I like your clothes.
Oh, thank you. I like your wings. They're very nice.
Oh, that's a strange accent. Where do you come from?
I'm from Barovia.
That sounds
Where's
like a fun
that?
Man, why do we keep hearing about this made-up place?
Barovia is very far. You should maybe not want to go to Barovia.
Oh, it sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Who lives there?
Barovians. And my people.
And your people are?
We are the, I can't remember our names.
Barovians?
The Vistani.
Vistani? Oh, that sounds
Vistani.
interesting. What are your people like?
My people are like people, you know, they're just, we're just people, but we you know, we like to dance, we like to sing, we like to travel. We do a lot of traveling.
Oh, I love dancing and singing and traveling.
Maybe you might like Barovia.
Do you tell stories?
Of course we tell stories.
I love stories.
Do your people turn into werewolves?
No. But, so you're here about the werewolves?
Well, and the stories.
I think they go hand in hand.
I can tell you a story about werewolves.
Oh, absolutely. And I'll get out a book and start writing.
I want to hear a story about a werewolf.
So, my people, the Vistani, We travel freely back and forth from Barovia. It's um it's a gift. Uh, the werewolves, though,
Why does it need to be a gift to travel?
our Lord, he he allows us free passage from to and from Barovia. Others, not so easy for them to make the journey.
This lord of yours must be very powerful.
Could you ask him if we could go?
Are not all lords powerful? And yes, I believe my lord he'd be very keen to meet such as one as you.
I wonder if he has many gleaming artifacts that our archaeologist here would like to inspect.
Uh,
I don't
perhaps.
care about artifacts. I care about the people. Artifacts are silly things.
This belongs in a museum.
Let him tell his story.
Anyway, so my people come recently to this Antonine to Weldon to do some trading and to do some sightseeing, a little travel. We like to meet new people. Um, and one of our members caught sight of one of these werewolves from Barovia. Maybe they followed us out. I'm not sure how they got here, but Kirill is his name. He's a very bad man. All of his pack, as they say, very very bad folk. And yeah, they come here. They look for sacrifices to their deity, Mother Night, and yeah, they're bad news. I tell your constable. Um, she doesn't believe me at first. I'm just like, you might want to look for werewolves, but once they go and don't come back, and then more go and come back with the news, I think maybe she believed me.
Have I ever heard of this Mother Night before?
Um, give me a religion check.
Sure.
No, not directly. Not by that name anyway.
Okay. Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, best she can hope for is to um, maybe they go away after they get enough. She keep other people here safe in town, and hope for best.
What if we deal with them?
You think you could deal with them?
Somebody has to. We can't just wait for them to go away.
Well, then I mean, if you deal with them, then perhaps they will be dealt with. Perhaps you will be dealt with. It's hard to say. Kira
Well,
is very dangerous.
what would they have wanted with the children?
They will probably bring them back to Barovia. Perhaps some of them to strengthen the pack. Perhaps some for sacrifice to Mother Night. It's hard to say. Who knows why werewolves do anything werewolves do?
You know quite a bit already about why they do what they do.
That's because we hear stories. I've never spent a lot of time with werewolves. I don't. I prefer not to associate with their type because they might eat me.
Do you know of any others like yourself, these Vastani, that are in town?
No, not at the moment. They went up They went to Sayre to do some trading up that way. I stayed behind to do some trading. We're waiting for a boat to come in. And, well, maybe I got in my cups a bit. I seem to have upset a few people. But I'm sure your Constable Dunwhipple will allow me to get out of my cell when my ship comes in.
Probably. I think she likes her cups too.
I cannot say I blame her. She's under a lot of stress. You know, werewolves and all.
Yes, well, hopefully this information you've given us will make her life a little bit less stressful. Thank you for cooperating.
Sure.
If we find ourselves in Barovia, is there anywhere we should go first to try and hunt down the werewolves? If they go back?
Oh, if you follow the werewolves all the way back to Barovia, I mean, I would maybe not do that so much.
Why? It sounded like a fine place.
Hmm.
All the dancing and the stories.
Now the Vistani have the dancing and the stories. The werewolves have teeth and claws and blood.
Surely the two of you aren't the only people in Barovia.
No, definitely not the only things in Barovia. But I suppose if you find your way to Barovia to chase down these werewolves, you can find them west of Lake Baratak. But I would not recommend it. They could probably not stay here too long. If you wish to stop them, I would stop them here. Get your children back before they return to Barovia. That'd probably be safest for everyone involved.
How does one stop a werewolf?
According to the stories, silver, magic, things of that nature. They can't be harmed by just your normal weapons, or so they say.
I guess we can't stay here asking questions forever.
No, I think we might need to see about getting your weapon silver.
That would be wise.
Let's go speak to the constable about it.
Okay, well, we're gonna go hunt werewolves now, but you have fun being a prisoner.
Okay, goodbye, little friend. He's so cute.
And we head back out.
Oh, I want to fly back in. Hey, after we beat the werewolf, can we go to Barovia and can I be a Vistani? Because I like dancing and singing and drinking and telling stories too.
Yeah, maybe if you go to Barovia, maybe you become honorary Vistani.
Okay, well, after we take care of the werewolf, I'll come back here and maybe I'll go back with you.
Yes, sure. After you go to Barovia and take care of werewolf, if you find me here, yes, we will go together, my little friend.
Okay, what was your name?
Grigori.
Gregory. Okay, I'm Persimmon. I'm glad we're friends now. Bye.
Goodbye, Persimmon. And he just kind of
And
chuckles and sits back. Yeah.
I'll fly out and catch up with the rest of the group.
Yeah. So Constable Dunwhipple looks up and she just. So what do you think? Do you think he's a madman, or you think there's any? From what I've seen, I mean,
I've never heard of the places he's talking about, but there are plenty of places I haven't.
regardless of where they come from, I mean, if the werewolves have taken these children, if they are indeed werewolves, uh,
Barovia sounded like a really fun place, though.
It did. There's lots of things that he didn't have time to tell us.
Like where it is?
Yes, he was very vague, but he did seem to say the werewolves would be going back there.
Well, you know how to get to them. Things come to the worst. Follow them. That'll lead us.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of looking back towards the constable,
mm-hmm.
we're to deal with these werewolves. They'll need their weapons silvered. That's what the man said, and he was off the liquor, but he seemed to be speaking the truth when he said that, at least. As far as I could.
What would I roll to see if I knew that?
I would say probably a survival check. Maybe. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, you've heard that, like that lycanthropes are can be affected by silver and magic weapons, and that regular weapons usually don't have much of an effect on them.
My dad told me a story about that. He said that he was going through a forest with a caravan, and that this huge wolf thing came out of the branch, and he hit it with his sword, like right across the neck, but it didn't like cut, right? And then like there was someone else on the caravan who had one that was like silvered. It was really cool, but it was like it's just a silver like it was just like a little like butter knife, right? But it was a silver butter knife, and they like whacked at it, and it actually drew blood. So I believe it.
From what you've told me, your father seems like a reliable man.
Yeah, he was.
One of our nobles has been demanding that I do something about this. I don't know what they expect me to do, but if he wishes to I would tell him to silver your weapons and give you any other assistance he wants if you are willing to help. I mean, I suppose it would be only fair, right?
Of course, and we're more than willing.
Do we have to go talk to him though?
No, I can talk to him.
Maybe while you're talking to him, we'll just go get our weapons silvered and get them to send you the bill. You know, ask forgiveness rather than permission. And time is of the essence, of course.
No, of course.
Alright, so let's go do that. Let's go get our weapons silvered while she talks to whoever the guy.
So we need to find a blacksmith, you're saying? Or a
I know where
silversmith?
there's a blacksmith.
Oh, how convenient.
We're friends.
You make friends very quickly.
I do. Because everybody's so nice.
I've not always found that.
All right. You talk to the blacksmith. I'll find this noble Tub Whitman and see make sure that he's willing to to help pay for silvering your weapons and see what other assistance he can give you.
Lead the way, Percy.
Okay, let's go see my friend the blacksmith.
Okay.
And I'll head back to the blacksmith.
Yeah,
As we get close, I'll call out, "I'm back!"
Yeah, your friend the blacksmith is a dwarf named Thori.
Hi, Thori. I'm back. I brought friends.
Oh, Jesus.
And coin for a job.
Oh well, that's a whole other story then.
We're gonna help Sheila with the kids. But we need to get our weapons silvered before we go. Can you do that?
I can help my husband do that.
Mm-hmm.
Graham. He smiths in silver.
Where can we find Graham? Is he nearby?
He's like, Graham, and Graham comes out of a back room. These folks want to get some weapons silvered. Oh, silver and weapons, huh? What are we talking about here? It can get kind of pricey.
Well, it's all going to be covered by Sheila. We're helping with the kids.
Oh.
So you can just forward the account straight to her. But here, and I pull out my great axe and my halberd and 2 hand axes, and my arrows.
Oh, wow.
To start with.
And now pull out my longsword.
How soon do you need this stuff done?
Pretty quickly. Anybody else have anything?
I have a needle-sized rapier and a bunch of little matchstick-sized arrows.
Pop them down, love. Finnan, you've got some little pot stickers, eh?
Yeah. I had it where I just had money, so I'm just gonna say that I buy my stuff from this guy.
Okay.
So I'll just be buying a rapier and leather armor. That's kind of all I had.
All right.
So you want to get the rapier silvered?
It's a blacksmith, right? Or is this just some guy that applies silver to things?
It's a blacksmith, but his husband is a silversmith.
Cool. Then I buy a silvered rapier that they have.
We don't have a silvered rapier. I mean, it's not something we normally.
Do you have
Do you have a rapier that he could silver?
Yes, absolutely. We have a. Well, here. All right. Here's the thing. It's like you're showing me an awful lot of stuff here.
Can I get a rapier?
Absolutely, you can get a rapier. Yes.
Sash, maybe not all of your weapons.
We can.
Why not?
We can. Silvering everything you've shown us so far. I mean, you're looking at probably 10 days. Like a 10 day. Yeah. We can probably have 3 weapons done for you by morning.
All right. So I'll take everything back except for the great axe.
I'll leave my longsword then.
And the rapier. Do you have maybe because Percy's little thing is a lady's hairpin. Could you do
Shouldn't
3
be
weapons? Right? And then Percy's little hairpin?
Or at least some of his bolt tips. I mean, that's simply a needle right there.
Yeah, you'd just be dipping it in the little, what is it? The thing that's got the liquid silver, right? So that works.
Actually, for the arrows, yeah, we could do that real quick. Because, I mean, really, the time involved, the time and expertise needed to add silver to the weapon without making it less effective is really what takes the time. However, yeah, we could take his arrows and dip them in, and they'd probably be fine. I mean, they're just arrows, right?
Okay. All right. Yeah,
Yay,
perfect. So
silver arrows.
Great axe, rapier, longsword, silvered arrows. And the account can be forwarded to Sheila Dunwhipple.
Well, we can get started on that, and I'll send one of our apprentices over to Sheila to make sure it's cool. While we get the process started.
Sounds great.
All right, let's get to work. And Graham collects your stuff, and he goes off to get to work.
Should... I've got 40 gold. I don't even know if we could. Should we try to find some healing potions or something?
Sheila did say the noble might give us other help, right?
True.
I'm going to go ahead and say that you all each probably have a potion of healing, and let me give you more money too, because money's good, right?
And I'll keep a Percy, if you want to keep record of your own gold and just sort of say that I'm carrying it.
Yeah, that'll work. Although I'm wondering how many, like a regular sized potion of healing, how many doses I would get out of that.
Just one.
Nice try, though.
Because even though you're really small, like, you can, like, you could eat, like, an entire pizza. And just, like, you'd have just, like, a little, like a little pot belly.
Oh, a little food baby.
I know I've got some, I saw something recently about, like, giving some people... All right, let's say each of you have an additional 300 gold pieces, either worth of equipment and stuff, or just the gold. Just because you guys are like third level, you've been doing stuff. You've been making money. It's not like you're a like first level dude just like leaving
Snap.
home.
$300 gold.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's kind of in line with the thing I saw like in the DMG recently. I'm not going to spend a lot of time looking for it. But yeah, I mean, it was just like if you're starting someone at a higher level, like here's an optional rule for like giving them a little more money because to reflect the fact that they've been doing stuff for a bit.
I'm down with that.
Yeah. And again, that can also reflect stuff that you already have. So if you don't if you want to spend your money like later on things, that's fine. Like if you want to say like I use some of that gold because now I actually have like studded leather or better armor or a cooler thing to do things with. A couple of extra potions of healing. I bought those back in Sayer at one point. But to make a long story short, yeah. So are you guys like waiting for like this for this runner to come back, this apprentice to come back, or are you guys like
Yeah, just sort of, I guess, get right. Like just waiting on the go ahead from Sash and seeing what the noble can get for us, and waiting for the what's his butt to, do.
Yeah, so the apprentice comes back like fairly shortly. He doesn't take. That's horrible. It's a dwarf joke. I didn't mean to make. But he nods to Graham, who's already been like heating up some silver and preparing things, and Graham nods back, and then the apprentice is like, they said Constable Dunwhipple said please return to to the jail or whatever I'm going to call that building. Please return. Go back to her over there.
Oh, I wanted to stay here and watch what we were doing.
We didn't hire him for his elocution.
We'll probably have more interesting stories back the other way, though, Percy, because the noble people are pretty weird. You can ask Sheila all about it.
They're really boring.
Okay, let's go.
All right, so you're all heading
Tori,
back.
bye, Graham.
Bye. All right, so you guys head back. Sheila is talking to a You remember the Gungan leader, like from Phantom Menace?
Boss Nass?
Yeah, it's like that. Only he's like human, but he kind of looks like that, and he seems to be very like agitated and stuff. But he's just like, so these are the heroes you say are going to save our children, eh? They look able. Oh, he's kind of looking at Percy. He's just like, some of them look very able.
Yeah, I'll fly in circles around him and look at it.
Yeah, he's just like he's very fat and very like, he's obviously led a good life of like not doing much work and eating a lot. But I mean, like, not that there's anything wrong with that. But yeah, he doesn't get out and get much exercise. He's kind of big and he's very plump. What do you think your chances are? Have you ever faced a werewolf before?
I saw a werewolf once. It was really mean.
And you're still here?
If it's anything like an angry butcher after I stolen his last bit of salami, I'm sure I can handle it.
He opens a box. And he's like, all right, this is what I have to assist you. I will be paying for that silvering of the weapons that they're silvering. In addition to that, I have this spell scroll of remove curse. Perhaps it may come in handy.
I mean, sure. I can't see how it would, but yeah, I guess.
Well, from what we're led to believe, it's should you get bit by a werewolf, you may become a werewolf. This could come in very handy. You would not want
yes.
You wouldn't want a small winged werewolf to
I mean, wouldn't we? Percy, that sounds like
awesome,
fun.
actually. Like a mosquito.
5 potions of heroism. 1 for each of you. And this is another spell scroll of magic weapon, which may come in handy.
I wave the scroll at one of the magics. Which one of you who's gonna...
Well, I doubt Percy can carry that, so I suppose I'll take it.
Done.
He looks at Sheila again and he's just like, you're sure they're not just going to take this stuff and run off? And she's like, I give you my word. Sash is an old friend of mine, and if she vouches for the rest of these folk, then I'll stand by her word.
You wouldn't happen to have any, like, cast off, like, breastplates just hanging around, not being used, that I might take?
Yeah, absolutely.
Fuck yeah.
What? Just a breastplate, right? You're not talking like full plate armor or nothing.
Yeah, yeah, just breastplate. It's because breastplate's technically still medium armor, and it doesn't have disadvantage on stealth, and it's 14 plus Dex modifier armor.
Yeah, she gives you hers.
Oh, Sheila, you are too kind.
Should you return the children safely to us, I'll also pay you each, in addition to everything I've given you and the silvering of the weapons, which is quite costly. But Sheila and I have agreed to pay you each 50, and Sheila kind of he's like 250 gold apiece for each of you for returning the children safely.
That is incredibly generous.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
However, I think it best that
That's perfectly fine. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. And of course, if any of us, wanted to do something charitable with that, that would be fine for them. But the rest of us certainly appreciate the recognition of what we're about to do being very, very difficult and dangerous.
Yes. Well, I wish you all good fortune. And I hope you can save these children and put an end to this terror.
Absolutely.
Sort of glaring at Sash in shock and bewilderment.
I smile and wave.
All right, I know we haven't been playing too long, but why don't we take a quick break before we get back into what happens next?
Sounds good.
Yeah,
can I ask a quick question?
Absolutely, you can.
Can one of the things that I bought be a horse? Because I have my caravan horse.
Yeah, sure.
Great.
Yeah, anything you want to spend that money on, you guys can spend that money on.
You said it's 300?
Mm-hmm.
A horse.
Wowie.
Yeah, it's a decent sum of money. I suppose. No, it is. 300 gold pieces is pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking dope, dude.
Yeah.
And I will also then, so I'll get the riding horse, bit and bridle, saddlebags, and I'm also going to get chain shirt barding for it. And I can do all of that with 300 gold.
Yeah.
No, I can't. No, I totally can't. My math is really bad. BRB, and I'll do the math again.
Okay. All right. We'll be back, folks.
It's really bad. BRB, and I'll do the math.
We'll be back. All right, and we are back. And there's a fly in my ear now. A sirenscape fly in my ear.
How weird.
And little rocks. All right, so what's the plan then? So you guys have like gotten some items. You've gotten a little additional money to spend on other things that you might want to purchase.
I buy a horse and all of the required things for the horse. And I can afford chain shirt barding, and then after that I only have 39 gold left, and I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna buy a healer's kit as well, just in case.
Sure. Yeah, healer's kit is mad handy.
I bought.
Can I buy a very tame chicken?
Sure.
And can I ride said chicken?
Yes. I have no problem with you riding the chicken.
I don't actually need to ride a chicken.
Okay. Regardless, I have no problem with it.
I figured if Sash was buying a horse, though.
Right.
They don't make horses in my size. They make chickens.
Well, that's for the caravan. We're all just in the back.
You could probably have like a nice little bed on the horse for you to just lay down while he's riding.
There you go. Can I buy 6 potions of healing?
Yeah, if you want to blow your whole wad on 6 potions of healing, you can absolutely do that.
I'll blow the whole load on those 6 potions.
Sounds pretty good.
And then another potion of healing, 4 caltrop bags, calligraphy supplies, ink pen, ink, parchment, and smith's tool.
Oh, and go.
I was just going to say I bought 2 potions of healing because I think I'm more optimistic than the rest of them.
I was just going to say that I would be spending, if we're waiting a day for their weapons to be silvered, I would go that night to the home of the people I met with earlier and learn about this thing and set up a little prayer circle with them and pray to Belanus that we shall be the light in this darkness that will return these children to their families.
Help, Elanus.
And I'd go back to the prisoner and interrogate him and not let him get any sleep.
That's against the Geneva Convention.
Yeah, well, thankfully Geneva isn't anywhere nearby, so...
Well, neither's Barovia
No,
yet.
That's true. Yeah, so I've been trying to grab as much. I think that's very much in kind with what Barovia would do.
Probably.
Which is the kind of stuff I'm trying to get from him.
Hey, Mondo.
Yeah.
I think I would like to buy 200,000 ball bearings.
Are you gonna have Sash carry him?
I mean, I'll probably put them in a warehouse, and like once the price of ball bearings increases because I hold a monopoly,
Right.
they can just dump them on the open market again.
For a fairy in an obscure forest, you know a lot about economics.
Oh man. So, what sort of information are you hoping to get from Grigori?
Just more about the people and anything I can about this strange event. Like starting to actually try and get names of like cities and like who rules what and where.
Sure. Give me a second here. since my filing system is no longer any good. Yeah, so I mean, generally he lets you know that like you know, you've got Barovia is a nice village. The people there are you know they're boring. They're not they're not like us. They don't appreciate the singing, the dancing, the storytelling as much as we do. We like these things. They're like, you know, maybe not so much. Things are a little bit better in other village. Looking for name of village. I have name for village. Valaki. The people in Valaki, they do a little more singing, dancing. They don't seem to be too happy about singing and dancing, but they do it. Not like the Vistani. We're pretty awesome, if I say so myself.
Yeah, that sounds like you have a lot of culture. Where are you just all over Barovia? Or do you have a village?
No, we travel. There's many families and clans. We travel around. We come and go as we please. But our people are, you know, we're silversmiths, coppersmiths, haberdashers, weavers, musicians, storytellers. We also trade horses. Lots of horse trading. Because, you know, you need money to enjoy life.
Do you?
Sure, to buy drink, to buy new guitar strings for our guitars. I mean, we don't hoard money. You know, we make money and we spend it on having a good time.
That makes sense. I spend it on my book.
Storybooks.
No books for me to write in. So I guess my stories. And stories like yours that, see? I flip it around. This is a story you've been telling me.
Ah. You put down that I am handsome.
I mean, in a certain extent, sure. It adds to the flavor, you know?
Sure. What else do you want to know from him?
Really just starting to get general knowledge of the place.
Okay.
Like, I don't necessarily need to RP it out or anything.
Okay.
Just like yes, this has happened. Later on, I might reference back.
Sure.
And I will give him, like, I'll just slip a gold in for your guitar strings.
Thank you. I will use it to buy guitar strings.
Of course you will. That's good for me.
Okay. Did anyone else want to purchase anything or do any sort of anything before we move to the next morning?
I'm all good.
All right. So the next morning, after you guys have gotten your rest and done some breakfasty stuff, Constable Dunwhipple Sheila, she gives you directions to where the bodies of the guards were found and where the bodies of the teachers that had taken the children on the field trip were found. The guards' bodies were found a little deeper into the woods. The children, it appears, were taken like near the edge of the woods. They didn't actually go into the woods. They were taken near the edge. The guards went from there. They got killed. And after the surviving guards like went and found those bodies, I mean, they didn't pursue it any deeper into the woods. They were just like, nope. So she gives you directions, and she wishes you luck. She's a little more sober this morning.
I'll point that out.
She's like, well, I'm hoping for your safe return. Safe return of the children. May your gods be with you. Be careful.
They will be. And with you. We'll be the ones paying for any drinks when we come back to celebrate.
We will.
Well, you will be anyway. Pat him on the back.
All right. So you guys will head out.
We will, and very much like a sheepdog, I will stay on my horse and I'll ride about 100 feet in front of the group and then circle back around to about 100 feet behind us.
Okay.
Just sort of keeping an eye, keeping everyone together.
Sure.
I would look towards the pixie or the halfling and be like, do either of you know how we can track these things?
Werewolves?
I'm pretty good at tracking.
Well, with your powers combined and Elena's guidance, I think we can find our way.
Would that be a survival check?
That would be. But
As I say... Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, yeah. So we'll use that survival check for when you. So you guys get to the first place, the area where the children were taken, according to Sheila, and yeah, I mean there's still like dried blood and stuff. I mean the bodies have been removed, but there is still dried blood. And Percy, you do see these these tracks like in the mud. It's like the mud's like hardened, but it hasn't rained since, so they're still pretty evident, obvious. I mean, and following them into the woods, like sure enough, like you see like just inside the woods, you see what they were talking about. Like they're pretty large paw prints, and then the paw prints just stop, and it's just like bare humanoid feet that go deeper into the woods.
I'll put my foot next to one of the humanoid feet.
It's a lot bigger.
I don't think it was a fairy. Or a pixie, for that matter.
Can fairies turn into werewolves? Or would that be like a pygmy werewolf?
I don't think you want to give him those kinds of ideas.
Would it still have wings?
Damien is mortified by the sight of the blood of children or whatever other disgusting stuff might be around here, and like looks away and does whatever the Celtic equivalent of like doing the cross over your heart and everything is, and saying a small prayer towards them, and will continue following the trackers.
Yeah. So the tracks are pretty easy to follow, Percy, and they do lead you to where Sheila had said that the bodies of the guards had been found. And sure enough, there's more evidence of quite a fight. More dried blood. Give me another survival check. Yeah. So you see, like these the paw prints definitely they're mixed with like some of these like bare humanoid feet, but you also definitely pick up some prints that appear to be like paw prints, but not like that these things were on all fours. They were definitely like walking on two legs. The paw prints are a bit different, bigger and a little more spread out, so it's a little easier for them to walk around and such. It definitely lends some credence to this tale. And they go off deeper into the woods. And this is where like none of the guards or anyone have gone any further than this. And a bird calls.
Osborne's in trouble.
Are you going to continue to follow the tracks?
Yes, because I'm very excited because I think this might be the way to Barovia.
Before he
Yeah.
does that, though, I would like to poke out my little finger towards him to do the try to like bro fist with like my pinky and with his whole like fist probably, and I would love to cast guidance on him before
Sure.
he goes about trying to survival this.
Yeah. Oh, also important to say is there are also the prints of like smaller feet, not fairy sized feet, bigger than that, but definitely like the feet of like human sized children. Yeah, definitely wearing shoes. With that 21 like at the location there, I mean it definitely seems like you know they're scared and being like herded.
Well, they're alive. That's
But they're probably already werewolves.
Or at least they were alive and they passed by here.
I still say alive is better, even if they are werewolves. Because we have got that
Sometimes
handy scroll.
dead is better.
We've got that handy scroll, which means that they can be cured if we get them back.
How many does that scroll work on?
Only one, but I mean, they had it, so like it's a thing that exists. It's not impossible to get cured.
Yeah, we just have to carry them back as werewolves.
So
Cure all the werewolves.
it's fine. It's just like an STD or something.
You can't cure a lot of those. Not like I would
Okay.
know.
A scary transmitted disease.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm, I would know, and you can. Don't worry about it.
All right, so you're going deeper into the woods following these tracks. Percy, give me
We
another.
are indeed.
Into the woods.
Yeah, give me another survival check, and you can got guidance on that if you would like.
I'm questioning Finnan very carefully about the STDs he's aware of that can't be, and like how you identify somebody who has them before you have sex with them.
Oh. Well, you know, they got that weird walk. You see them like walking weird down the street. Yeah, there's something going on in there.
Yeah, but like, you could walk when you have crabs, and like crabs is easy to fix.
Yeah, but I'd rather just not. Like, they doing the weird strut walk. Don't mess with that. They got a weird cheese smell.
But like, what if they're like really hot?
No, that like drops them down a couple points already. And so right there,
What if they were
we're
like a
looking
10?
we're looking at a negative like point value.
Even if they started out like a 10, like a 12.
You know, if they were a 10, they would probably have better care of their body, and so I'm just not about that, man. I'm not about the free glove. too much risk involved. I'm just gonna go hide under my bed.
Finn, you're starting to speak sense to me.
Just keep a restoration potion around you, or get to a cleric
Or
in the
a
morning.
paladin with.
You're fine.
Man, I'm a halfling. They don't waste those stuff on me. They'll just be
What
like,
kind of-
yeah, go die in the gutter, you street
Dude,
urchin.
what towns have you been in that wouldn't be? They'd be fine with that, with halfling, and then I start speaking in half. They'd be. It's not a problem. Don't worry about it. Anybody says any of that shit to you, you come find me, alright?
You don't know what it's like being 3 foot tall, man.
Nah, but I do know what it's like being green-skinned and having tusks.
I
so-
can't hop on bar stools, man. I need a booster seat at the restaurant.
I'll get you a booster seat. It's not a
I
big
don't
deal.
want a booster seat.
You can sit on my lap then.
Well, there's an idea.
Okay, Percy. You see like a lot more tracks like coming and going. You've also picked out like what appear to be larger humanoid feet that are also wearing some sort of like shoe or boot. They seem to lead into a small hill that's like just covered with like all this like bushes and brambles and stuff. Seems to lead right into like these bushes and brambles on this like small hill. It looks like whatever was hurting these like children and this other individual herded them into these brambles and such.
I will point that out to the group and then fly above the brambles and look around.
Sure, give me a perception
I'll
check. There is definitely brambles. The hill does appear to be like it's like a rocky kind of hill. There's like, you know, some trees and stuff growing out of it, but you see like a lot of like rock. So
I'll go up to it and I'll get off the horse and start hacking away through the brambles with my.
do I have my? Yeah, I do have my thing. Okay. All right, so you start hacking through the brambles. Grambles. What are grambles?
Goddamn brambles.
Them grambles.
Aren't you worried about that just scratching up your axe?
I mean, it's an axe. It doesn't start off doing anything but this anyway.
You hear some terrified whimpering, and then you hear someone like trying to hush some terrified whimpering. So someone is crying, like perhaps a child, and a voice is like, shh, 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 please, shush.
Okay. Alright. I put my axe away and I hands up. Hey there.
Yeah, you've cleared enough of the brambles. You see, like, in the side of the hill, there's definitely, like, some sort of, like, cave mouth. It's kind of on the smaller side. Like, those of you who are on the taller side would probably just need to, like, hunch down a little bit to get through. And it's about, like, you know, it's wide enough for, like, one person to go through at a time. You know, like, single file. Like sand people.
Percy.
Yeah,
Go on in there.
I'll fly on it.
You fly inside this cave, and yeah, there are about 6 small children. They are they're cowering in a corner. There is an older man with them. He appears to be some sort of cleric. He's got like a symbol of Odin around his neck. He looks a little beat up and scratched up and stuff. His robes are torn. And he's trying to quiet the children. And one of them sees you and points at you. And it's just like, what is it?
Hi, I'm Percy. Who are you?
I'm Clara. Are you here to save us?
I think so. I'll yell outside the cave. Hey, are we saving these kids?
That was the plan.
Yeah, that's
You
the
start-
plan.
Bite the shit out of me.
I'm gonna stand up and put my back to the cave entrance and keep an eye out, and just in case this is the trap. And I'll wave,
Yeah.
I'll wave Damien over as well.
I have
Sure.
friends outside.
some kids in the cave. Percy's talking to him.
Clara like points at her ankle. She is like they are all tied to like these stakes. She's like, we tried to untie the ropes, but we were unable to do so.
Oh, hang on, I'll be right back. And I'll fly outside and ask, what's his name? Finn? Finn.
Hi. Yeah.
Hey, do you have a dagger I can borrow?
Nope. I
Does
got a
anybody
rapier.
Does anybody have a dagger I can borrow?
How about you?
I have
I'll take out a sickle. I've got this.
I've got my own dagger that I can give you.
Yeah, they're just all these kids are tied to stakes or something, and I just need something to cut the rope.
Are they bitten?
Oh, I don't know.
What if the kids were the werewolves?
I'll fly back inside. Hey, are you guys the werewolves?
No,
I'll call back out. They said no.
we're little
Wow.
kids.
That's exactly what a werewolf would want you to think.
We should go in then together to check and make sure.
All right, and you pop. I'll stay out here.
How far back in is the cave area?
It is not too far back. I'm about to actually kind of like I've made like a crude, I've made a crude map. I'm going to move you guys to it in just a second. All right, so Percy's in the cave with these children. Sash, you were going to wait outside, yeah?
Mm-hmm. In case it's a trap.
Damien, you were going in,
Yes.
and Thomas and Finnan are going in or staying out.
I'll probably wait, like if there's a little tunnel entrance into it, I'll like wait in between just so I can keep an eye on both sides.
Sure.
Is there any like stuff in there, or is it just kids?
There's an old man in here too.
Nah. I'll stay out here.
There's
As
like
I'm
a
going
couple
in,
of sacks that seem to be like they're torn and dirty.
Oh wait.
Yeah, there's some torn and dirty sacks. Appear to be filled with like like a little bit of food and just like rags. And
I am
crap.
quite hungry. All right. Yeah, I'll go in.
Okay.
as we're going in, I would love to cast mage armor on myself.
Sure. Okay, here is my crude map.
How crude.
That is the most beautiful map I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, I can turn the.
Ooh, that's what happens when you click somebody else's thing. Never mind.
Yeah, so the kids are like against this wall here with the old man. And yeah, so that's where you guys are. So you've got these kids, they're tied. These knots look really weird.
Did anyone else have a rebutting?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he got out pretty bad.
I heard the knots are weird.
Yeah, the knots are like strange knots. I don't know if I sound any better.
Yeah, you do not.
Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna take my borrowed dagger and just start cutting ropes.
Sure.
Who cares about knots?
Yeah, give me an attack roll on the ropes. You attack the ropes.
I think I'm proficient with the dagger. So it should be the same attack roll.
Yeah.
Not the same damage. I mean, the ropes are prone. Don't I have advantage?
Yeah, no, you've got advantage on the rope. But what I will tell you is that the ropes do appear to be very very tough. It's like they don't seem to be like normal ropes at all. There's something very strange about these ropes, but you're able to start like hacking away at them. They're not easy to cut, but you're starting to cut them. Sash
All right, I'll
especially.
just keep cutting.
I mean, Sash definitely hears this. The rest of you probably hear it, just not as loud. But there is a strange howl from out in the coming from the woods.
All right, yeah, I head out of the cave right away.
I give the dagger to the old man and say, "Keep cutting ropes."
Oh, okay. He
I
starts
would,
working at these ropes.
I would go next to him and check and look over the children. How are they looking?
They look a little worse for wear, but they don't appear to be. None of them appear to be bit.
Okay.
They've got some scratches on them. Mostly probably from being pushed through brambles and such. They look hungry. They look scared. This old guy's just like cutting rope like a mofo.
All right, to himself, he praises the gods that none of them got bit, and then he's going to look to the old man and say, how many of them were there?
When we were taken, there were 5, but for the past day or so, there's only been 2.
I see. Is there a leader here?
I don't know.
They say the name Kira. It's Kira, right? That's what I wrote down.
The name was Kirill.
Kirill.
Kirill. Yes, they mentioned a Kirill a few times. They were going to bring us back to a Kirill. I didn't know if it was a person or a place. I mean, they've also mentioned a Barovia. I've never heard of that either.
Sounds made up.
Right?
Well, staying here for now. I'll go speak with the others.
All right. So the rest of you. Yep. Go ahead.
Yeah, I've got my great axe out, and
Mhm.
I'm keeping an eye on the.
What's in these moldy sacks? You can't tempt me with moldy sacks and not have a detailed item list.
There's like food. Like most of it is there's like raw like rabbits and chickens and things. They appeared to have just been like caught, gutted, and like thrown in the sack. There are clothes.
Clothes.
Yeah, there's clothes like boots and pants and shirts and such.
I'll put on the boots and I'll stomp around with the kids, and I'm like, oh, look, I'm a human. I'm wearing shoes. And trying to make them happy.
Yeah, I mean, you do. I mean, they're scared, they're terrified, but they're like, yeah, that's funny. They think it's funny. They kind of giggle and stuff.
If Percy sees that, he thinks it's the funniest thing he's ever seen.
But then they stop laughing as the howling seems to be getting closer. You guys definitely hear something like moving towards you through the woods. I pulled up your passives already. Let me make a little quick roll here. I think. Dun it. There we go. I'm asking too much of my computer again. Roll20 is being a little slow for me. That's all right. It's all good. Yeah, something's coming at you very fast through the woods. You're looking around. You're not sure if you can tell where it's coming from, but it's coming. And I'm going to tell you in a moment if you can tell where it's coming from.
Okay. I'll lean back towards the cave.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, make sure Percy and Finnan know that they're coming.
They seem to be trying a classic pincer move. One of them's coming from up... Well, let me get back to the token thing. One of them seems to be coming from this direction, and one of them seems to be coming from this direction, in a classic pincer move.
I didn't see your pings. Which direction?
There's one coming from here.
Uh-huh.
And one coming from this direction.
Alright, I run towards the one coming in the north.
Alright, I'm going to have you guys roll initiative. Oh, wow. There you all go. Okay. Oh, awesome, Percy.
Do I get anything good for, like, rolling a natural 20 on initiative?
Yeah,
You go first.
You get to go
A
You get a
warm
24.
feeling of accomplishment.
Yes.
Awesome. So, do I see a wolf?
Yep.
Or anything that's howling?
Yep. And, as soon as my computer lets me. There we go. Alright, so. These wolves, like, just burst out of the brambles. Sash, one right in front of you. And Percy, you definitely see this guy as he like leaps out of the bushes. And I'm putting them on the layer now. There we go.
All right, so I would like to use my bonus action to Hunter's Mark that one.
Sure.
And then I am going to fire an arrow at it.
All right.
Does a 23 hit?
Oh man, a 23, it definitely hits. And this is one of your silvered arrows?
It is one of my silvered arrows.
Oh man, that's probably really good.
Like, probably really good?
Yeah. As opposed to improbably really good. Yeah, so he takes 12 points of piercing damage. He lets out a pretty big howl. He probably wasn't expecting that.
And you say this little cave hill burrow thing is like in a hill.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna move, but I'm not going into the cave. I'm going like on top of the hill.
Okay. Gotcha. Finnan.
Has human shoes on. He stumbles, falls out of the cave, looks around, sees werewolves. Oh, those are kind of scary. And then he sees his orc friend. He's gonna stumble the rest of the way over there and stab it.
Sure. Oh man!
Owie bazowie.
Wowie.
Did
There's
you?
an ally there.
Your
get sneak
rapier was
attack.
silvered.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
I thought
Was
it
it?
was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we silvered your rapier, the longsword
Then we
for
did.
Thomas, my great axe, and Percy's arrows.
Okay. Excellent. In that case, oh, that's your sneak attack damage.
You get another 2d6
yeah, you
because
do.
you.
Oh, right.
Yeah, all your dice are doubled. All right, math. 11 plus 13.
Here, let me go ahead and do my luckies.
That's only
Let me
on
go-
your attack rolls, ability checks, or
Ah,
saving throws.
Whatever.
So 11 plus, what is that, 13? 24. You do 24 points of damage. This werewolf
Hot damn.
howls. Because he wasn't expecting that.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't expecting you guys to have these silvered weapons that are really hurting them.
Do silvered weapons hurt them extra, or is it just that it gets to hurt them at all, and non-silvered weapons don't hurt them? That
From what you understand from the tales you've heard, it's just that it gets to hurt them at all.
gotcha.
Remember the butter knife.
Yeah. The butter knife was totally a real story.
All right. Is that it for you, Finnan?
I'll. One sec. If I disengage, I can't. Do I have any movement? Let's see. Looks like there. There. Nope. Okay. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right, this werewolf is really mad. He was charging straight at Sash. He is going to attempt to bite her. It was whispered, but it was a 6. Does a 6 hit you?
No.
Okay, good. That would be...
Come at me, big boy.
If he had a... It would have been a crit if he had advantage. He does not have advantage.
Good.
Being really mad that that Finnan stabbed him pretty good, he is going to lash out at Finnan with his claws. Ow! Hitting you for 7 points of slashing damage. And ending his turn. Damien.
Damien is gonna hear the werewolves doing their werewolf thing. He's got that thing. That's right.
Tight.
Nice.
All right. We will move 20 feet out right here,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're going to cast Guiding Bolt, but we're going to twin spell it. So we'll spend a sorcery point to cast it on each of these werewolves coming at us.
Cool.
So this first one is going to be at the one already next to our buddies over.
Sure.
Does a 20 hit?
Oh, yeah, it does.
Cool.
What is this music? It takes 13 points of radiant damage.
Cool. And then we're going to attack the one down over here.
And it is all glittery and stuff.
It is.
The next attack
Does it-
against it will have, before the end of your next turn, will have advantage on it.
Mm-hmm. Does this one down here, does an 11 hit?
It does not. It barely misses.
Dang.
He
Okay.
twists out of the way.
All right. I think that's going to be our turn. So I will end it.
Alright. I'm going to attack the guy in front of me with my great.
Sure.
Aw, balls.
Oh man.
It has advantage, yes.
It
Yeah.
does. Yep.
How come?
Because of my guiding bolt on it.
Aha! I don't. It's fine.
That will still miss.
Everything's fine. This isn't the problem.
So it's still glittery. You haven't knocked the glitter off of it yet.
Is it too early to burn my action surge? Because I really want to hit this thing.
No, yeah, no, it's still your turn. You can absolutely burn your
I'll
action.
use my action surge
Yeah.
to hit it because I really, really want.
Yeah, that will hit it.
Excellent.
It takes 14 points of slashing damage. It seems really badly hurt. There's like blood pooling out of it everywhere.
I also will, because I hit it, I'm going to use my unwavering mark because I'm a cavalier.
Mm-hmm.
So because I've hit it, I mark it until the end of my next turn. If it's within 5 feet of me, it has disadvantage on any attack roll that doesn't target. And if it does damage to anyone else, I can make a special melee attack against it on my next turn as a bonus action, with advantage and +1 extra damage.
You remind me of that stuff when it happens.
I will do so.
Oh, thank you. No, that's even better. Awesome.
But I basically side axe, and then I like slap it with the back just to try and goad it into attacking only in its next turn.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna come running up here and take a swing at him. Ew.
Yeah, that will miss. He's no longer glittery. He got the glitter knocked off.
Yeah.
But
Alright, and then I'm gonna so I have mobile, so he doesn't get an attack of opportunity since I attacked him.
Mm-hmm.
And then I run over here, and I will use a key point to as a bonus action to.
I'm sorry. You cut out after you said you used a key point.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I used a key point to take dodge as a bonus action.
Okay. All right. So you're dodging, so he's going to have disadvantage on you.
Mm.
He is going to try to bite you. He misses. And then he's going to try and slash at you with his claws. He's also going to miss. And he seems really irritated and at all this missing he's doing. And he's going to end his turn. Yeah, he's going to end his turn there. Taking us to the top of the order.
All right, I will knock another arrow
Yeah,
and fire it at this same guy.
sure.
Does a 13 hit him?
It does.
And he takes a total of 15 damage then.
He howls
Because
as
of
like
the
your
Colossus
tiny
Slayer.
right. He you've also marked him. Doesn't that also do
Yeah. The top number is the Colossus Slayer and the Hunter's Mark.
Oh, okay, you got them combined? All right.
Yeah.
Got it. All right, yeah, he howls as a tiny little arrow pierces him for a whole lot of damage. He's confused by this, but that's
Like
his
it goes like in between like his earlobe and his jaw, like that really painful spot to
Ooh,
get
yeah.
like cuts and stuff.
Pressure point. Oh.
Oh, yeah, you should do like acupressure with your arrows.
At initiative count 20, right before Finnan goes, you guys notice that there seems to be a whole lot of mist kind of closing in on this area. But Finnan, it is now your turn.
I'm gonna go here. What's
Alright.
the symbol on this mean?
Sash has him with her unwavering mark.
I don't know what that means. I'm gonna hit it.
Sure.
That's what it means.
I can't read. And then I'll go ahead and if I hit it, I'll do my extra damage.
Yeah, you do hit it.
All right. How alive is it?
You tell me.
I'm just like poking at it, and I. So what happens is I run up, I poke at it, and then I dodge behind Big Girl and go to the other side, and I stab it again, and it's like it's looking at the one side where I just was, and then I
Sure.
get it again, and it falls over. Turn not done as I run and then dash as my bonus action to get right there.
Okay.
Not turn done.
Is it me?
It is.
Okay, cool. We fired off those guiding bolts through the staff at one, shot that guy, and then they just wailed on it. And then we spun the staff around to hit the other guy, completely whiffing. But it looks like they got things covered over there pretty well. So we're just going to look at that thing and cast a Sacred Flame on that werewolf.
Sure.
Might get 2 whole radiant damage on that bad. Nope. That's
Nope.
fine with me.
Yeah, he seems to be pretty nimble as he's like, howling and trying to pull these tiny little arrows out of him.
I think that'll be it for him. If the end turn button works. I'm pressing it, but it ain't working.
The werewolf's turn.
It still says
Yeah, it's. Oh, you know what? This other thing I've done is really, I thought it was cool, but it seems to the turn order stuff doesn't like it. Let me just get rid of this werewolf and we'll be good.
okay.
All right, so yeah, now you can hit your end turn and.
Patch.
All right, Sash.
All right.
You
I'm gonna.
before you do anything, you notice like as this like werewolf is like dead in front of you. Yeah, it was almost definitely a werewolf because it turns into like a ugly naked guy.
Ew.
Yeah.
I quickly look him over to see if he had crab, because he wasn't walking that funny, but now I want to see if I can identify them, like, from afar. And then I move around.
Okay.
When I get here, I glance in. The kid's still there?
Yeah, it's like the old priest is like he's still cutting ropes. Like half the kids are free, so like 3 of the kids are free. The other 3 are he's still trying to hack through those ropes.
Alright, these guys that I'm with seem pretty capable, so I'm actually gonna come in here, with the rest of my movement. I can get to here. Can I try and help get some of the kids out?
Sure.
I will spend my action cutting ropes then, just in case these 2 are like the first wave.
Okay. Yeah, so you're hacking at some ropes. Thomas.
Yep. Hey, hopefully that hits.
It does.
Wowie.
For 13 points of slashing damage.
And then I will dodge again.
Okay. All right, this guy's completely irritated by you. And he is going to try to and do some damage to you. First he tries to bite you. Ah. There we go.
Yeah, that hits.
Yep. For 10 points of piercing damage. I'm also gonna need a Constitution saving throw. Yeah, his spit didn't get deep enough into you.
Ew.
Then he's gonna slash at you with his claws.
Which misses.
That will end his turn. Percy on the hill.
Percy on the hill. Everything's working out with this thing so far. Oh, wait, Sash is inside the cave, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm helping cut the kids out.
Does an 18 hit him?
Yup.
Then he will take an additional 11 points.
He howls again. He seems to be like bleeding from all these tiny little holes and a couple of good slashes. Finnan.
I'm gonna kill it. And so I run up there. And then if I don't at least kill the monster, I'll run away from it. Very cool, like.
Sure. Yeah, so you hit the monster.
Wow.
Very nice. They're gonna need a new name for you, man. What's that look like?
I'm still clomping around in human shoes. And I clomp over to this thing, and I take a little stumble, rapier out, and it goes right into its like calf or something, and then it's like done. It just got joked on and didn't like it, and so yeah, it dies.
Yeah, Percy's still laughing about you wearing your human shoe.
I don't know why they wear them.
All right. So the two werewolves that were right there are, yeah, I mean, they're both dead. But you can hear, like, as this mist is closing in on you guys, like, it seems to be getting closer. And you can hear, like, stuff moving around, like, further in the woods, in the mist. Growling
Cut.
and
Hurry
coming
up, kids.
closer.
Hurry up, kids.
Yeah,
I'll clomp back into the cave.
I would say by now, between you and the old guy, you've definitely got them cut free.
Alright, I'll hustle them out. It's time to get going.
All right, you've hustled them out.
And I say, sort of, come on, everybody. Let's go back to town. Get everybody sort of moving back the way.
Come on, follow me! As I try to awkwardly walk in front of everyone.
Yeah, this mist is closing in. It seems like whatever is in the mist is closing in pretty well. Pretty good as well.
Hustle.
I'm staying with them, going up next to Thomas here. Are you alright? Looks like you got hit.
Yeah, the bite hit pretty hard.
I'm gonna see where the bite fucked him up just a little bit, and press my hand down on that bite mark and mutter a short prayer and cast Cure Wounds on him at first. For 5 whole.
Thanks. It seems your god likes me, I guess.
You have
Hurry
to be
up.
a very bad person for him to not like you. Yes, coming.
We'll
Did not
talk
mean to
later.
do that.
Hurry up.
The mist closes in completely around you. You guys can all barely see, like, even like a foot in front of your faces.
And it sure is misty.
It is. It's very misty. I'm trying to get rid of this cave. It can stay. Fuck it. You can hear the children. They sound terrified and scared. The old man also sounds pretty terrified and scared.
I'm riding around everybody on the horse and a sheepdog.
All right. in your sheepdog pattern. The oh, come on. The sound of the children seems to be fading away.
Where are they?
Aren't
Can I see
they
them?
with us?
You can't see. No, the mist is like really thick. They seem to be.
Can we see?
Go ahead.
Can we see each other?
No. Not unless you're standing like directly next to each other.
Did they hear me clomping around in my shoes?
Yes.
My
Well,
human shoes?
I'll start tightening my sheepdog circle, trying to herd everybody closer together into the middle,
Okay.
so we can at least see each other.
I'll start calling out for people.
I'll grab their hands and form a human chain. Don't let go, kiddies.
You try to find the hands of the children, but you can't. They sound really distant now, and the mist seems to be like receding. You're now able to see each other. You do not see the children. The woods look very different.
Do we see the old man?
Nope. But you do see 2 more werewolves.
I charge at the
Let's
lower
go get
one.
them.
Yeah, I charge.
Hang on, let me get their...
We still in the stern order?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, so you're in woods that look very different. The mist is kind of receding, but you can still see it in the distance. The children and the old priest are gone, and Percy, there are 2 werewolves bearing down on you and your party.
Oh man, that's not good. Alright, I'll use my bonus action to move my hunter's mark to that.
Sure.
That was terrible.
It was. But he does take 6 points of damage, as one of your little arrows pierces him quite hard. The hill is gone. I'm having trouble erasing it, so I'm not going to bother. This werewolf decides he's going to do something. There he goes. Okay. Yeah, he's coming straight at Damien. First, he attempts to bite him. He does not. He does not bite you at all.
It's Misty. He has advantage.
No.
He does try
That
to
will.
claw you, yeah. And that seems he has much better luck with the claws for 7 points of slashing damage. There we go. Turn that down a little bit. Gross sounds. Finnan.
Oh, not my friend.
Wow.
He's my friend. Don't hurt him. Then I'll move back here.
You say behind me. As I got my vestments shredded a
As you're
little bit by
dying,
his claw.
He's my friend. Don't hurt him. I run back and hide behind
Yeah.
you.
He takes 18 points of piercing damage. It finally showed up on my in my chat. I'm like, I have no idea what happened. I just know you're back behind him. But no, it's all good now. Yeah, so yeah, 18 points of damage. The thing howls. It's mad. Is that it for you? Awesome. Damien.
Damien's in a bit of a pickle, so he is going to, as a bonus action, lift up his staff, and next to him and the werewolf, a big flaming sickle in the air is going to emerge and is going to try and swipe at this little werewolf here with the spiritual.
Nice.
Does a 22 hit it?
It absolutely does.
I'll draw a little sickle. Boom.
Cool.
For 7 whole damage.
It takes 7 points of damage. It does not like your sickle.
It probably doesn't. And then, as my action, I will wave my staff around a little bit more and Sacred Flame this guy.
Sure. Your Sacred Flame lights him up.
Cool.
He takes 7 points of radiant damage. His blood glitters.
All right, and that will be my turn.
Alright. I'm gonna ride up to this one on my horse there. And I'm gonna take a swing at him with my great axe.
Sure. That will miss him.
No, it won't.
Oh.
No, it won't.
Oh yeah, boy. Does that hit?
Yes, it does.
Sweet. And I will use another one of my unwavering marks on it
Sure thing.
to try and make sure it attacks me and not my squishier buddies.
I think you've always got that, but it's if they attack someone else, then you use that second part to it, where you get to attack them as a bonus action.
No, I only have 3 unwavering marks, and I can once I've used them, I don't just get this just in all.
Well, you get the when you hit a creature with a melee attack, disadvantage on all your buddies next to you, but that bonus action, get to make that extra bonus action attack whenever they do damage to someone else. That's the time you only get like 3 of per long rest.
I'll read
We
up.
can
I'll
drop
read
out
about it. I
later.
thought,
Sure.
yeah. But I do that anyway.
Okay.
I do the thing.
The thing is done. You've done the thing. All right. This werewolf is going to come charging straight in. Or is it? Let's see. It doesn't like these odds. It turns and it starts running away. It's going to run this way. So that I can keep him on the board there.
Oh, dude, you're totally right, Crowd. I was reading that way wrong.
Yeah, it's real nice.
Thomas.
Alright, I'll let it go.
Thomas, that will hit.
You will? Okay.
Yep. You do 5 points of slashing damage.
And then I will also make an unarmed strike.
That will miss him.
Okay.
That guy's dead. Don't even know what he's still doing there. There we go. Okay. Percy.
All right, I will flap my little wings and fly up. Bonus action to move my hunter's mark.
Mm-hmm. I think, can you move it before the guy dies? He's run away, but he's not dead.
Is he? Oh, I thought he was dead.
No, that other one was dead. The one that you recently hunter's marked. Let me get him off the board so he's not confusing. The one down here is the one that you recently hunter's marked.
Well, let's see what it says here. No, I guess I can't. I guess it has to drop to 0 hit point. So no hunter's mark on.
Okay. So you're shooting the one that's that everybody else is engaged with at the moment.
Yes, and he has taken damage, right?
Oh yes, he has.
All right, cool.
Quite a bit of it.
Well, he's gonna take 14 more.
Well, what does that look like?
That looks like I put a little tiny arrow right into his eye.
That happens. Are you guys interested in pursuing this other werewolf, or?
How far away is it?
He's down here, so he's like
I'm game if you are.
he's like
Yeah.
he's like 30 feet or so away from Thomas.
So nothing.
I can get him.
Yeah. Let's keep going.
Okay, Finnan.
I can get him. As I bust my little hobbit feet over there with my clomping boots on, and then I'll go ahead and stab him.
Sure.
God damn.
Since he's fleeing, do I get my sneak attack?
No.
Up to you. All right. So I hit him for a little 5.
Yeah, he takes 5 points of damage. He's not happy about it.
It wasn't to make him happy.
Oh, then it worked.
That's what I got.
Damien.
Me. The most I can move this spiritual weapon is 25 feet, right? So I can like move it to there. Move down 30 feet over here. And we don't want to spend too much on this guy, not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
So we are just going to give a good old sacred flame as our...
Sure.
Oh well.
Yeah, he's able to dodge it as he's scrambling around.
Mm-hmm. And we're trying to keep up with our fast friends here. That's...
Mm-hmm. All right, Sash.
I kick my horse into gear and move down and attack.
Okay.
God fucking damn it.
And that will miss. You probably knew that.
Well, you know what? No, I don't. I'm gonna use. I have one of those things too, so I'm gonna use this thing.
Sure.
This guy, I don't want him to get away. That probably doesn't hit anyway.
No.
Alright, fine. Well, we tried, kids.
It's not gonna get away.
This
Yeah.
guy...
Can do.
This guy's a little bit Speedy McGee over here. I can already...
Me?
Both of you.
Yeah, the mobile Kensei monk.
And the rogue with the dash bonus action. You could do
Man, I only got 50.
It's alright. Somebody can ride on my horse with me as well. Percy's got 60 feet of flying speed too. Jesus! We're gonna be such a pain to DM.
Wait, does he have that much flying speed?
Doesn't he?
I mean, it's 30, I thought he said.
That's if he can dashes, yeah.
Yeah, if
Oh,
he dashes. Yeah.
Anyway, I have to click the button. Sorry.
No, that's okay. I just wasn't sure if you were done yet. All right, let me make another morale check for this werewolf here. Since he realizes he's being chased, he's going to want to stick around and fight because he's not getting out of it. He feels these guys are fast. Oh yeah, he's like, man, these guys are fast. So He is going to try to. He's going to try and bite Sash. He does not. His teeth like snap and like one of them like shatters. He broke one of his tooths.
I laugh at it.
He's gonna try and claw at Finnan. He does claw Finnan for 7 slashing. And it is now Thomas's turn.
There you go.
Oh yeah, you hit with your longsword.
Pop, pop.
For 8 points of slashing damage. It feels like this is not fair. But it's not speaking in common, so whatever it howled, like, you get the impression.
It feels like we're empowered by... I feel like friendship is, like, making us all better.
Friendship is definitely working to your advantage. Percy.
Let's see. All right, so I'm going to come over here. I'm going to take an action to grab my arrow out of this, out of that guy's eyeball.
Sure.
Because I don't want it to take my whole action. So I'll just instead try and hit it from there.
Okay.
Hopefully I don't shoot my friends.
You don't shoot
Wowie.
your friends. You do shoot
Wow.
this werewolf.
Well, then
In,
it takes...
like, the jugular or something.
Yeah, it takes 25 points of damage. Blood goes flying out of its jugular, sure. It's really badly hurt.
Oh, man, maybe you, like, puncture its lung? You could do that with one of your little knee...
I'll laugh gleefully and end my turn.
Okay. Finnan.
It hurt me. I'm gonna hurt it.
Yeah, you heard it. Finnan. That's the wrong button. What'd it look like?
Roll a die.
Wow.
Werewolves are chumps. I'm gonna go clomp away.
Compared to the power of friendship, yeah, they are.
I killed 3 of these things single-handedly.
Single-handedly, but looks like you took a beating, friend.
I took 1 whole hit.
Yeah, I mean, that 25 damage didn't have anything to do with it. It was all you, buddy.
So, I'm gonna immediately start sheepdogging everybody into a clump again. Because this does not look right. Where we are, this doesn't, I don't think the woods outside Cliffspring look like this.
No, they don't.
Percy, get over here. Do the woods look like anywhere I've been before?
Give me a survival check. They are absolutely nowhere you have been before.
I've been in a lot of woods.
I've been in a lot of... I mean, I've gone all over Antonine. I don't recognize anything.
We're not there anymore, and there's a big grin on Thomas's face. You're somewhere else.
How is that possible?
I'm looking at Thomas too for an explanation.
I mean, you're the one that knows magic. There's plenty of lore about magic being able to move people long distances.
Of
Where is
course. But nothing like this. At least not that I've read or been taught.
We lost the kids in the mist. Did anybody see any of them getting further away, or do we think maybe we're the only ones who made it through here and they're still back where we were?
We were staying near them, and then they just suddenly weren't near us anymore.
I thought they were right next to you, yeah.
No, I was circling everybody, and there came a point where it sounded like they were getting further away. They should have been with you. I was keeping everybody. They should have been right next to you guys.
They were until they weren't.
Well, maybe they didn't come with us. At least maybe they're back. Maybe that priest is getting them back to Cliffspring.
Was he a priest? Oh yeah, he was. Never mind.
Yes. Of a different faith than my own, but he seemed respectable nonetheless. I hope you're right, Sash.
God, I had to shake an urge to defend. Just came up real strong. Down, Therwin, down.
I'm gonna start looking at the bodies. Like, is there anything distinctive about them?
They've all turned back into like human form. You know, they got like mud and blood on them. But what else might you be looking for?
Like just general features. Like, do any of them have any kind of like not like resemblances of Grigori? As far as maybe not perfectly nationality, but region.
They don't appear to.
Okay.
All right, I'm just gonna try and start getting my bearings. Which way is north? What time is it?
Oh, I can
Any
point out
signs
north.
of like? Oh, thank you. Any signs of like recent passage other than our own? Any nearby roads or tracks?
Give me a second. The mist that's like kind of receded from you appears to be heavier to the north of you. To the south, it appears to be pretty clear.
That's where Cliffspring was, in that direction, right?
Yeah.
To the south.
I suspect, yes.
Do we think that if we went back into the mist, it would work again? We'd go back, or should we head back the way we came? Maybe we stumbled on something.
Well, Cliffspring was to the south. I don't know, this could be another, like, what I know is that there's different planes that intersect one another. That's what my parents told me. This might be a different version of our own world. So, perhaps south.
Different? That changes a lot of things.
I don't know. That's my best guess right now, though.
All right, well, we'll head south. Keep an eye on everybody. if you can't see everyone, you're too far away. I'll do my normal circles. Keep an eye out.
Okay.
If we see a non-werewolf person, try to talk to so we can figure out where we are.
I think we're in dire enough straits that even if it was a werewolf person, we'd have them talk to us, or force them to. But you're right, let's move south.
Okay, you start moving south. Ba-ba-ba.
Dun dun dun.
Okay. After about an hour walking south, you come to a road. The road appears to be heading east-west. It's looking further to the east. You can see that that mist looks pretty thick there. Not as thick heading west. The roadway is all sorts of muddy. There are black pools of water. And the trees kind of just loom over the road. Their branches appear to be clawing at the mist. It's supposed to be creepy.
Alright, left
Yeah,
or
it
right?
sure is creepy.
Mm-hmm. Should we flip a coin, or anybody have a preference?
I mean, we came here through the mists. Can the mists take us away?
Have the mist been following us?
The mists haven't appeared to have been following you.
Alright, so we'll try and head towards the thickening mist to the east, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll try and go into the mist.
Okay. You start trying to go into the mist. As the mist starts getting thicker, you find you're having trouble breathing. It seems to be choking you, almost like clawing at you.
Hey, back.
If I cover my mouth, does it stop? Is it is it just a gas we have to sort of keep out, or is it?
Covering your mouth seems to have no effect on.
All right.
Yeah.
I back up the horse. Give it a pat.
Well, that didn't happen last time.
Being herded. Well, that I don't like, and I spit into the mist.
Again, the grin comes back. I do.
That was a little creepier than I'm used to from you, Thomas.
But something wants us to go that way. What is that?
I don't know, but it'd be nice if it told us.
Ooh, go the way without the death mist. Ooh.
Before we do go the way without the death mist,
Mm-hmm.
I think we should take a rest.
Good
A short
plan.
one. Because
Rest,
I'm
smashed,
a little bit
dude.
hurt.
No, it's a good idea. We don't know what's out there. We'll just hunker down for a little bit.
So we're trying to take a short rest on the side of the road next to the mist.
All right. Yeah, you can absolutely do that. So if you need to burn hit dice or something, you go ahead and burn some hit dice.
I would love to.
Hey, exactly the amount I needed.
I didn't actually get hit.
Uh-huh.
All right, I am good to go.
Same.
Okay.
Same.
All right. Let me know if you guys can see anything besides the torch when I bring you to this screen here. I'm a little annoyed, even again, more at the whole Roll20 thing being messed up because it took me a while to get the advanced fog of war working okay.
Only see the torch.
I
Black
don't-
all around it. And
Yeah, only.
It took me forever to get it working right last time. Advanced fog of war is like
advanced. I've never had good luck with advanced fog of war.
no. Yeah, let me see what happens when I turn that off and just turn on dynamic lighting.
Nah, we see things.
Okay. So you can see just like the
light area around it, and then the slightly dimmer circle around that.
sure, okay. All right, so yeah, so you guys are on this road here. You should be able to move that token. Not saying you need to, or maybe don't even want to, but
Yeah, it does.
okay. There we go. Yeah, so it's like these woods are like dark and they're spooky and they're kind of creepy. You guys have taken a rest. You feel like you might be able to go on.
Then go on, we do.
Following the
Yep.
road?
Yeah, seems like the safest option.
Okay. All right. So you start following the road. It is creepy at best.
So, Percy, you've been in a lot of woods. How would you rate this one?
Not highly. It's not like the comfortable woods where I used to live. I don't like these woods.
What did the comfortable woods have?
Well, fairy villages and squirrels and birds.
Is there any wildlife in this spooky forest?
You hear like birds and like other animals like off in the distance, but you don't see anything. But after walking for about 5 hours, unless you wanted to stop before 5 hours has passed.
Now good.
All right. Yeah. As you're walking, ahead of you, jutting from the impenetrable woods on both sides of the road, are huge, high stone buttresses glooming gray in the fog, with huge iron gates hanging on the stonework.
He said, but
I did.
Nothing gets me going quite like a lovely flying buttress.
Sash,
Yeah.
can I ride on your horse?
Sure.
I hop on and get ink and paper and start sketching.
The
Alright.
gates open or closed?
The gates appear to be open. There is a dew clinging with cold tenacity to the rusted bars, and there are two headless statues of armed guardians flanking the gate. Their heads now lie among the weeds at their feet, greeting you only with silence.
What do you think happened to their heads?
I mean, they're over there. They got cut off.
Does the head look human?
It does.
Hmm.
Is Finnan still wearing his human shoes?
Yeah, of course. I haven't taken them off yet.
So I'm assuming it like the stone looks pretty old.
It does.
Does the head look like it just graded, or did something actually topple it?
You can give me an intelligence check. Yeah, it appears to have been it's not degraded. It's like something happened to remove this head from the rest of the statue. You know, it wasn't just like erosion or anything. You can't tell what might have done it, but was not like erosion. Doesn't appear to be eroded.
Okay, yeah, that was not natural.
Anyone who happens to glance behind you, you know, just while you're
Oh,
standing
fuck
around.
yeah.
Yeah. You notice that the mist seems to be getting closer.
You know you're not subtle, I'll say to the mist.
Is that a creature?
The mist?
Yeah.
Don't know. Whatever's
Has to be
controlling it,
controlled
maybe.
by something.
Somebody wants us to go through this gate, and we don't have a choice but to do it. And I don't like being told what to do.
What time of day is it?
Oh yeah, well, let me throw that in there too. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. You can't see the sun whatsoever. It's like the sky is light, but it's cloudy. The mist kind of hangs in the air, but definitely it is overcast. There is no sun. However, if you were to give me a survival check, I'd say you might be able to have a good idea of what time it is. Yeah, it's probably early afternoon.
Percy, can you fly up and see how thick the mist is behind us? Like, is this just, 5 feet deeper mist that keeps following us, or is this as far as the eye can see?
Okay, so metagaming, anytime I end a turn more than 10 feet off the ground, I fall.
Alright, fine.
But what I'm thinking maybe if Mondo allows, based on that picture, is I could fly up and like land on the statue somewhere and then fly up some more and get on top of that gate and take a look.
I will allow it.
All right, I will spend some time flying and clamber, stand on top of that wall and look at the mist.
Yeah, the mist extends for as far as you can see. Like
I
towards the
will.
east.
Yeah, I'll fly back down and report. Man, that mist was as far as I could see. I've
I,
never seen a mist that big.
I
What about on
spit.
the other side of the gate?
Oh, I'll go back up and look.
The other side of the gate, like you can see, there are like woods, like just thick, thick woods, towering trees. The tops themselves are lost in this heavy gray mist. It's just blocking out everything but this death gray light. But it appears that like there seems to be clearings like a few miles ahead, like like in this valley.
Okay, I'll start to head back down, and then when I get like to the statue's shoulders, I'll turn around and go back, look to the north and south as well.
To the north and south, you see like just like thick woods.
Okay, so I'll fly back down. It looks like just woods to the north and south, but there's some clearings and maybe a road and valleys and stuff the other way.
I will spit in the direction of the mist and then start herding people through the gate.
Oh yeah, you heard people through the gate. As you pass through the gate, they start to creak and screech as they close behind you.
Same entity?
I mean, it has to be, because it's the same level of fucking obvious.
And then they close with a huge clang. Clang. Ka-chunk. Like a ka-chunk.
I mean, they could have, like, if they wanted us somewhere,
I'm sure I got a noise.
I would have preferred. They could have, like, asked rather than. Fine.
Yeah, like just a sign, too.
Yeah. This way to wherever it is we're
Maybe
going.
they don't have written language here?
I mean.
Were there any markings on the gate at all? Or just the statues themselves on the gate?
Just the statues themselves. There appeared to be no sorts of, no markings, no language, no words.
Maybe. Well, keep going, I guess, until we meet the drama queen who's doing this.
Oh my god, you guys. I'm so glad you came to my realm. I'm like such a drama queen. Alright, yeah, so you guys start continuing. The road kind of turns to the, what you call it? The south. And, yeah, these woods around you go ahead.
Is the mist continuing past the gate behind us?
No, you can see the mist like deeper into the woods and up above in the sky. But it doesn't seem to come in past the gates, no. Like looking behind you.
Well, we have some breathing room, but nothing to do but continue and find whoever this is.
Well,
thanks for the ride. I'll jump down.
Anytime. Percy, if you need a rest, just there's a pommel on the saddle you can put.
Okay, thanks. I'm good with flying. No, for now.
We keep going until it is time for bed.
So you guys continue to move through these, like down this road through these woods. The tree trunks of the woods to either side of you appear to be unnaturally close to one another. And the woods have the silence of a forgotten grave, yet exude the feeling of an unvoiced scream. That's the flavor text. Let me pull up your stats real quick. Oh, I'm going to have to change some of your armor classes on your stats and stuff like sooner rather than later.
Can I also have a horse token at some point?
Yes. Yeah, I'll give you a horse token.
Thank you. I put a photo of the horse in chat.
Okay.
It is a beautiful French draft horse breed that I found.
Sash and Percy. As you're moving along, you both catch the scent of death on the air.
I look in the sky for any kind of carrion birds.
There appear to be no carrion birds.
How
It does
about
seem kind of
carabine?
close. Carabine? Nope.
Yeah. Oh.
That doesn't smell good.
No, and it kind of seems weird that there's no vultures or anything crows circling anywhere.
Maybe where we are doesn't have anything like that.
Where do you think we are?
I have no idea. I've never seen anything like these trees before. Not even anything close to what these look like.
The
Smells are
werewolves
off.
were here as well. We saw them on both sides of the mist. That's the only thing we've seen on both.
Well, and our
Something.
friends.
Yeah. Something smells dead that way.
You know what? I'm
Let's
going to fly over and check it out.
Sure.
be careful, Percy.
I kind of hope it's two headless corpses in the middle of a field.
It's not. You follow the scent. It's only about 15 feet from the road. There's a human corpse about half buried in the underbrush.
I will draw attention up to the rest of the party. Like, hey, there's a dead person here.
Come up.
It looks like someone maybe tried to hide him.
Yeah, you guys see the body.
Is
anyone
it
who comes up.
clothed?
It is. It's a young man. He appears to be a commoner. He is clothed. His clothes are muddy and torn and raked with claw marks. It appears that crows have been at the body, and you do see palm prints in the mud around him. He's obviously been dead for several days, and he's got a crumpled envelope in one of his hands.
Go look at the envelope.
I start digging a grave.
I'll come help.
Not yet. There's a lot we can learn from him. We can't bury him yet.
But it's gonna take time to dig this thing. You think it's gonna happen instantly?
Okay, fine.
By the time we're done in an hour or two, you'll have learned all you need to know.
2 hours.
Okay. Looking at the letter while Sash is starting to dig a grave, it's got a wax seal with a large B set into it. The parchment is worn and flimsy.
Okay. I'll kind of like. I guess there's not a lot of light. I'll take out a torch and light it and try and like hold it up just to see through it first.
Sure. Yeah, there's definitely something written.
Okay.
There doesn't appear to be like anything else inside, but you can definitely see that somebody wrote something.
Okay, what the hell? I'll break the seal.
Sure, you break the seal. It is definitely a letter. which you should now be able to see.
Yep.
And not only does it look all fancy and stuff with handwriting, to make it easier to read, it says that stuff below.
Hey, we're in Barovia.
We
Hey,
are.
does that mean we're Vistani now?
I think so. We should throw a party.
Yeah, so the letter says, I mean, you can read it, but I'm going to read it for people at home. Hail thee of might and valor. I, the burgomaster of Barovia, send you honor with despair. My adopted daughter, the fair Irina Koliana, has been these past nights bitten by a vampire. For over 400 years, this creature has drained the lifeblood of my people. Now, my dear Irina languishes and dies from an unholy wound caused by this vile beast. He has become too powerful to conquer. So I say to you, give us up for dead and encircle this land with the symbols of good. Let holy men call upon their power that the devil may be contained within the walls of weeping Barovia. Leave our sorrows to our graves and save the world from this evil fate of ours. There is much wealth entrapped in this community. Return for your reward after we are all departed for a better life. And it is signed Kolyan Indirovich, Burgomaster.
This place doesn't sound nearly as fun as Grigory made it sound.
No. He might have
He's,
been lying.
he said there was dancing and singing and traveling and meeting new people.
Well, to
Wait
be
a
fair,
minute.
he said the village of Barovia wasn't very fun. Maybe he was just exaggerating slightly.
What? Wait, but who is this for? This letter.
Are there any other markings on the outside, or just the B?
Just the B.
I, I'm betting there were lots of these being sent out.
And they wanted us to wait until they were all dead and then come back?
That's what it looks like. I guess if there are no people, then the vampire can't feast on blood.
Well, that's stupid. If all it takes is the vampire capturing a handful of men and you know, keeping a breeding colony, really.
Or sending out people to bring others here.
Bunch of children.
I don't
Well,
think
this
this was to bring anyone here. I think it was to bring people outside of this land and keep it from this evil that he speaks of from spreading even further.
well, but that's what he wanted. But maybe the vampire was like, "Oh well, go and get me a fresh batch of children, so that the population here won't go down," and sent the werewolves out to do it. I don't know, are werewolves and vampires friends?
Do I have any knowledge of that at all?
um, give me a give me a history check. Not necessarily. In a lot of folk stories, like tales like to scare children and Abbott and Costello, they are friends with each other, or at least work with each other quite often. But that's not necessarily true.
I heard a bard one time. I think his name was Bobby Pickett, and he said that they were werewolves and vampires. They had parties, they did mashes.
Before we bury the body, anything else on him?
There is nothing else on him except for his torn up clothes.
And I'm assuming he also does not
Oh,
look
you
like
know what?
Grigori.
No, I changed my mind. Yeah, he's gonna have something on him. Give me a second.
Is it something pleasant?
Probably not. I have to set up all my. I have to set up my cool stuff again for my for these like what do you call them, rollable tables. He did have a walking cane, and you can see what it does when you strike stone with it. But
Huh.
I have to set that up so it whispers stuff to me.
Does anyone want the cane?
If it's his, he ought to be buried with it.
Or we should
Not
take it back and try
Trying
and
to
give
do
it to
any
his
good.
family.
Wait, give me the cane.
Sure, here.
Complete
And I
my
hand the
human
cane-
look.
I
Wait,
hand the cane over to him.
Oh, look, I'm a human. I'm wearing boots and I'm old and I got a cane and my back don't work too good. How about these taxes, eh?
I'm not sure if there's anyone left to tax in this godforsaken place.
The rent in Barovia is too high. I gotta get out of here.
Okay, now you can bury him.
Yeah, as you're burying him, you hear like a howl, like further off in the woods. It sounds different from the werewolf howl. It sounds more like a regular kind of wolf.
Oh,
I turn around and I howl at it.
that reminds me. Before you finish burying him, and I stab him with the silver sword.
Okay.
He was
Well-
advanced dead.
After you howl back, Sash, you hear like two of them now howling.
I think we need to get moving.
I howl twice.
Don't think that's gonna help us.
Makes me feel better though.
And
Um,
lets them find us easier?
Sure, why not? Someone wants us to be here. They might as well come out and talk to us.
Yeah, another howl joins them. At least three
Let's
howls now.
start moving?
Alright, we'll stop moving. I'll stop howling. For now.
If there's going to be talking done, I don't think it's going to be with wolves.
Maybe there's
I
a
don't-
werewolves.
I don't see why not.
Yeah. Be interesting to learn their language.
Well, those didn't sound like the others. Those sounded like regular wolves to me.
Then a bit of fun to distract us. Besides, we'll keep moving.
Okay.
I know.
It's just
After a couple of more hours, you come out into like a more open area. The woods are no longer like thick on either side of you. It's like grassy hills, but they don't seem like, the pleasant sort of grassy hills that like a halfling would like. They just seem kind of like dark and cold, and
you're cutting out a lot. I couldn't really hear what you said.
This grassy hills, but not pleasant ones like a hobbit would like, or a halfling. They appear to be like just cold and dark. The grass is like like half wilted. I mean, it's kind of green, but it just seems sad. It's just kind of drooping, and but the howling has ceased, and it is starting to get a little darker.
Well,
Not
if
quite
we
dark yet, but darker.
do we want to start looking for somewhere we can hunker down for the night?
I think so.
I start looking for a place for us to hunker down for the night.
Sure, give me a survival check.
I would like to help with that.
Absolutely. Is it- Yeah, you find a like off the road, not too far. There's a there's a small like space that's kind of like you know, it's in these hills, but it's it seems very defendable and kind of sheltered from some of the wind. It's like there's like stone, like large boulders, kind of like almost making like a natural little three-walled, no roof room.
All right. I'll get us set up here. No fire tonight, I don't think.
All right, so I'm gonna put you off the road a little bit. And this would probably be a good place to end it for the night.
Okay.
But thank you very much for playing, and if anyone's watching, thanks for watching. We'll be back next week. Yes, everybody's good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all
let's
good.
see, why not?
I really love everybody's new characters.
Yeah. I think these are fun characters. I'm glad none of us tried to kill each other.
Yes, that's a plus
Big plus.
because friendship is magic, and you'll need your magic friends to help you survive.
Does that mean all of our weapons are magical weapons then because of that?
Because of the power of friendship.
Yeah.
It depends how friendly your weapons feel towards you. So you'll have to constantly make, like, you know, persuasion checks or stuff like that.
Yeah. I see that.
You know, because they might not feel so friendly towards you. They might be like,
I did use my axe to hack through like brambles and ropes this week. Not
yeah, and your axe
like
was
bodies.
like, hey.
I did
Yeah,
protest. Your ex might like me.
It might like you, but it
Yeah.
probably doesn't like me. But it's a fucking axe, man. What do you
I
want?
feel like my longbow and I have a very amicable relation.
You do get along well.
It's so funny to imagine you shooting needles into people and then doing like
And they're like
fucking-
leaving exit wounds.
right, like hollow point needles.
That was the whole point of this character, because that vision just amused the shit out.
It is very funny. Did more damage than my useless great axe. Missed so much this week.
Well, that's because he's a Colossus Slayer, which
Yeah,
is
but-
like anything, which is like anything like that's 2 feet or taller is a Colossus.
I'm so thinking about taking a 1-level dip into Rogue just for the sneak attack damage.
I mean, yeah.
Only 1d6 though if you just do 1 level. Though.
Yeah, that's a good
But
point.
you could
But
do
still,
it.
I don't know. I'll think about it.
But so yeah, so we will be back next week. If you're watching on Twitch, you can find us at twitch.tv/dungeon_crawling, or on Mixer at mixer.com/ what am I on Mixer still? Geek_trash. Because that's me. I'm Geek Trash. You guys have anything you want to plug or talk about or?
Nothing for me.
Nope.
I want to plug my phone in. Haha, it's dying.
There you go. Do that. All right. Well, thanks a lot, everybody. We'll see you next week.
That was
Yeah,
fun.
like I talked to Mondo like I don't know a couple of months ago about a fairy character and how hilarious that would be.
It's a lot of fun. It adds an interesting dynamic that's not usually there.
He's chill. I like.
I mean, I'm not role playing it, but bear in mind he's just jabbering away the whole time you guys are walking.
Battle's gonna be interesting. With all you guys in and out, in and out, in and out.
I mean, you got them all locked down and whatnot. So.
Yeah, right. That's the plan. Yeah, that's so nice.
I feel like that house should be more like a third level thing, though. Like it was rough getting through it, but getting back out of it was worse.
To be fair, I think that if I hadn't fallen into the pit trap, Wall would have made it out. I think that would have been okay.
I like how we just ran away from that stuff.
Yay, cheerful Barovia.
Nothing bad will happen.
No, I really think something like,
Blame roll 20.
but because like I said, the Ghost of Saltmarsh module I made on Friday had similar, like very, very similar problem. Copy showing up out of nowhere. Original game broken, like the rollback, all of it.